Arya Vaidya Sala founder Dr. P.S. Varier was aware of the void that his death would create in the institution. He had left a blueprint for the future of the institution in his secret will, which he executed 5 years before his death. Everybody, including family members, would be entitled only to a salary, and a board of trustees would manage the organization.
The trustees are 5 people are the family people and 2 from the Arya Vaidya Sala, not from the outside. Cannot say it is a public trust. It's a private trust of a charitable nature. But the profit will used only for charity, because 45% now, 45% is used for the charitable hospital and 45% the corpus to improve the Arya Vaidya Sala and 10% to the college. So everything is used for the public utility.
The day begins early at the Arya Vaidya Sala factory. Workers like Rajan here in the raw drugs section begin collecting the dried herbs needed for the day's production. On an average day, 200 tons of raw materials are processed into medicines.
കാലത്ത് ഞങ്ങൾ വന്നാലേ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇന്ന ഐറ്റം എടുക്കണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ചീട്ട് തരാണ്. അത് ഞങ്ങൾ ഈ പെട്ടിയിൽ നിന്നൊക്കെ എടുത്തിട്ട് ഇത് ഇടിക്കുന്ന ഭാഗമുണ്ട്, അവിടെ കൊണ്ടാക്കി കൊടുക്കണം. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ദിവസം ഒരു 10-15 ഐറ്റം ഇവിടെ എടുത്ത് പോകുന്നുണ്ട്.
Nearly 400 people work at this factory to produce more than 500 different types of Ayurvedic medicines. Each preparation requires a variety of raw materials that are first boiled together to produce a liquid concentrate. This process takes between 8 and 10 hours. The medicine being prepared here is one of Arya Vaidya Sala's most popular ones. It's called Yogaraja Gugulu and is primarily used to relieve pain in rheumatism patients.
സാധാരണ അതിൽ 24 ഇൻഗ്രീഡിയൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഇൻഗ്രീഡിയൻ്റ് ആണ് ബുൽബുലു. മറ്റ് പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട 3 ഇൻഗ്രീഡിയൻ്റ് ആണ് ത്രിഫല. ത്രിഫല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കടുക്ക, താന്നിക്ക, നെല്ലിക്ക. ഈ 4 മരുന്നും നല്ലപോലെ കഷായം വെച്ച് അതിൽ മറ്റ് 20 മരുന്ന് പൊടിച്ച് ചേർത്ത് കുറുക്കി കുഴമ്പ് രൂപത്തിലാക്കി ഡ്രയറിൽ വെച്ച് ഉണക്കുന്നു. അത് പൊടിച്ചിട്ട് അതാണ് ഗുളിക ടാബ്ലറ്റ് ആക്കി മാറ്റുന്നത്.
Over the years, Arya Vaidya Sala has also introduced preservatives into its Ayurvedic medicines. This allows transport to sales agents in far-flung areas of the country, who in turn supply them to local Ayurvedic doctors. The increased shelf life also helps to manage inventories better at their own outpatient units and hospitals.
ഏജൻസികൾ കഴിയുന്ന ഇൻഡന്റുകൾ ഇവിടെ വന്നതിന് ശേഷം അത് മുഴുവൻ പെർഫോമാക്കി മാറ്റിയതിന് ശേഷം നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് 4 പാക്കിംഗ് സെഷനിലേക്ക് അത് നീക്കുന്നു. അവിടെ നിന്ന് പാക്ക് ചെയ്തതിന് ശേഷം അരിശാലയ്ക്ക് 1500ഓളം അംഗീകൃത ഡീലർമാരുണ്ട്. അവിടേക്ക് ഞങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് അയക്കുന്നു. കൂടാതെ അരിശാലയ്ക്ക് 18ഓളം ബ്രാഞ്ചുകളുമുണ്ട്. കൂടാതെ 4 ഹോസ്പിറ്റലുകളുണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ ഏകദേശം 75ഓളം വർക്കേഴ്സ് ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്.
Today, there are close to 500 different drugs on offer from Arya Vaidya Sala. Medicine sales account for close to 85 crore rupees or just under $19 million. In a market where other Ayurvedic drug manufacturers like Himalaya, Dabur, Zandu and Vaidyanath have built very strong brands, Arya Vaidya Sala, the oldest player, has practically no advertising or brand building. Munir Suri heads the healthcare practice at KSA Technopack, a leading Indian consultancy firm headquartered in New Delhi.
The Ayurvedic healthcare system is approximately 3,500 crores. It's a highly fragmented market. There are around 7,000 different players. However, the top 6 players would take care of the 85% of the market. Arya Vaidya Sala has been there for the last 100 years and it has a legacy behind it. At this point of time, with the proliferation of brands happening in this segment, it's extremely necessary for Arya Vaidya Sala to also extend itself towards the consumer through branding. Once they start to do branding, they'll find that the profits will actually increase manifold and they'll be able to do much better.
Arya Vaidya Sala officials, however, insist that as a charity, they are happy with the word-of-mouth publicity through existing medicine users.
Our motive is not profit making. Of course, we would like to have money for our development, for our charitable work, but that is not the primary objective. Propagation of Ayurveda, research, and such things, development like that. You don't find any organization like us in the country or in Ayurveda.
On the hospital side of operations, the long queue of patients waiting for consultation at Kottakkal hints at its popularity. The chief physician, Dr. P.K. Varier, examines each patient using the same diagnostic techniques that his uncle, the founder, used 100 years ago.
Ayurveda, it is literally we used to say that is science of life. But science is ever changing. But Ayurveda Shastra, it is not changing. So it is a Shastra. Shastra means there is no change at all. Why? Because it is connected with the nature. It is formed from the nature.
Ayurveda, the treatment approach is a holistic one. We don't see the patient in compartments or in systems. And actually we don't look for a particular germ or an organism as a causative factor for that. We treat the patient as a whole unit, as one unit. And so the approach also is different.
Ayurveda believes that diseases are a result of the imbalance of the various elements that make up the human body, and treatments are directed at restoring the original balance. Here, a patient suffering from migraine headaches is being given the Kshiradhara treatment, in which medicated milk is being poured on his forehead to calm the nerves. This 14-day treatment costs an all-inclusive 15,000 rupees, or around $330 for patients who can pay. Although all consultation is free at the Arya Vaidya Sala, affluent patients pay for their stay, medicines and administration of treatment. This could range from 5,000 rupees or roughly $110 to 40,000 rupees or $880, depending on the period of in-hospital treatment, which ranges from a week to a month. The paid hospital at Kottakkal attracts patients from both India and abroad. Meenu Prakash is a non-resident Indian who has come here from Gibraltar. A nagging back problem that did not respond to allopathic cures brought her here.
और हम 5 साल से इधर आ रहे हैं. ये हमको हमारे ब्रदर इन लॉ ने बताया था इधर आने के लिए. वो यहाँ पे 11 साल से आते हैं. मेरे को बहुत फायदा है उससे. मोरलेस मैं बैंड हो गई थी, लेकिन अब मैं अच्छी तरह से चल फिर सकती हूँ और विदाउट सपोर्ट के मैं बैठ सकती हूँ.
The 140-bed paid hospital at Kottakkal admits and treats nearly 2,500 patients a year. Last year, the paid hospital operations fetched 4 crore rupees or just under $1 million in revenue for Arya Vaidya Sala. Affluent patients like Meenu Prakash help pay for the treatment of poor patients at the charitable hospital next door. Nearly 3,000 such patients are treated completely free of charge every year. Vishnu Mohan has come here to be treated for his spondylitis.
ഇവിടുത്തെ ഫെസിലിറ്റീസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ വളരെ നല്ലൊരു അന്തരീക്ഷമാണ്. ഹോസ്പിറ്റൽ നമുക്ക് ആയിട്ട് തോന്നില്ല. പിന്നെ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇവിടുത്തെ അന്തരീക്ഷം തന്നെ ഒരു ആയുർവേദിക് അന്തരീക്ഷം അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫിയറാണ്. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് പിന്നെ ഡോക്ടേഴ്സ് വളരെ പൊളൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടും വളരെയധികം സിൻസിയർ ആയിട്ടും വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആൾക്കാരാണ്.
Today, the Arya Vaidya Sala has a presence in 15 cities across India through 18 outpatient dispensary centers. But it has only 3 full-fledged paid hospitals, 2 in Kerala and 1 in the national capital, New Delhi. This is another area that experts feel the institution needs to focus greater resources on.
See, there is a very clear consumer segment which requires these services. The mushrooming of so many Ayurvedic spas in the metropolitan cities is a very good example. The organized players in this segment do not offer services. They are not offering treatment per se to the patients. They are just offering products. Given these two facts, this is the biggest opportunity for Arya Vaidya Sala to actually expand its present portfolio of hospitals to about 16 cities, the top 16 cities in the country, and explore this opportunity further.
The Arya Vaidya Sala is already taking steps in this direction, with new branches to be opened shortly in Kolkata in the east and Mumbai in the west. Plans are also afoot to tap the export market with Ayurvedic medicines. But Vaidya Sala officials accept that they still have some way to go to meet the rigorous clinical trial standards expected in Western markets.
Our trials, our results are not so well documented, which in a way which is acceptable to the modern scientific community. So we have difficulties in exporting our medicines abroad. We are trying to get over them by modern methods. We have adopted modern methods in production.
The centurion Arya Vaidya Sala of Kottakkal has played a crucial role in keeping the ancient science of Ayurveda alive and healthy in India. Observers feel a more holistic approach to its financial health in the areas of brand building and geographical expansion will certainly help in today's marketplace, and in the long run help its efforts to popularize Ayurveda across the world. The lingering fragrance of sandalwood that carries on, the Mysore Sandal Soap story, is on next week, same time on BBC World.